Hey everybody, how's it going? So package in the mail today. Pretty sure I know what it is. From Xinyao Electronic, Toronto return. Came through Toronto from China. I believe this is some LED headlights. It looks like it's already been opened. It's been opened and taped shut. That's what it looks like. And that's what it is. It's my headlights. So these were sent to me by AUXITO. I'm presuming that's how you pronounce it. AUXITO. AUXITO. I'm going to say AUXITO. AUXITO? I don't know. Anyway, they're LED lights. They're for my F-150, my 2002 F-150 10th gen. Yeah, they had contacted me and asked if I'd be interested in trying out some of their lights. And I said, absolutely. You know, on the condition that if they suck, I'm going to say they suck. So I don't get paid anything for this review. They just sent me some headlights to try out. Jesus, I got to sharpen this thing. So if you're ordering these from Amazon or from AUXITO's website itself, for a 10th gen F-150, what you want is the 9007 HB5. See there with the little blue check mark? That's what these should be. Let's open them up. LED light DDY13, 12 volt to 24 volt, 6500K color temperature. They're good from minus 40 Fahrenheit to plus 176 Fahrenheit. Operating life 50,000 hours. Housing material, aviation aluminum. That's kind of what interested me in these. They're actually aluminum. This box is fairly heavy. Oh, sweet. Look at that. They come with nice little gloves so you don't touch things. Some zip ties, not sure what for. A little product manual. One of the things I really like about this brand is they have the built-in, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for here, rectifier. It stops your lights from blinking and your dash lights and all sorts of troubles. What happens is with LED lights, your computer doesn't sense, they don't draw enough voltage, so your computer doesn't sense the headlights being on, and so that's where you run into issues. It'll constantly flicker on and off, trying to turn them on, thinking that they're not on when they are. As you can see, they have a cool little built-in fan. Apparently these things get pretty hot. I don't know. I have no experience with them. The gloves, I've never heard of gloves with an LED light. I've heard of that with halogen lights, but maybe. Well, won't chance it. I won't touch that. These feel really well made. They're aluminum. It's a quality. It's not a brittle, cheap plastic connector either. It's got some flex to it. It's not going to snap. Tear invalid. So it tells you which way to put them in. You want to have the lights lined up this panel. You want them vertical. So I'll try that once I get them outside. So yeah, that was definitely one of the advantages to this company, is it has the built-in piece. I got to find out what the name for that is. I keep thinking rectifier, but it's not. Rectifier. Didn't even know the fire. Damn near killed the fire. Nah, it doesn't say. Whatever. You guys will find out what I'm talking about if you're looking to buy some of these. So I'm going to take it off the camera here. We're going to go outside, or take it off the tripod. I'm going to go outside, pop the hood on the F-150, take a look. The thing I love about F-150s or the 10th gens, I don't know about the others, is they're so easy to change the lights. Just pull a couple tabs and the whole light slides right out. So you'll see that in a minute. So I'm just going to stop here and we'll go outside. There you guys, let's go outside to the old F-150. Already got the hood up. So here's where we'll just do this side for now. It's really simple. F-150s have these two tabs that you pull up. Let me see in the shadows there. There it is. So you just pull that up. There's a little hook. All the way up. All the way up. and then the light just pushes all the way forward. You can reach behind where it connects and push on it there. You should be able to slide it right out. Of course, with one hand, it's going to be a little fidgety, so hold on. Hold on a second here. All right, now I got you guys on a tripod, so you just reach in behind here, push it out, make sure you got this all the way up. There we go. It'll come out. Then you disconnect this, turn this, pull the bulb out, and we'll just take this into the garage and finish it up in there. So hold on a second. All right, folks, we're back here in the garage on the workbench. I have the headlight out, sitting here. What we're going to do is disconnect. To get it out, if you didn't see it outside, you pull the connector off here. There's a little clip on top. You push down, pull that out. Then you can give this retainer ring a turn. Set it aside. Pull your old bulb out. Don't touch the end if you're planning on using it. So I'm going to set mine aside. The gloves are for, but I wasn't even anywhere near the bulb itself. So then we'll just set this down like that. And what you want to do, like these are clockable, I believe. Yes, they are. So you want it, again, vertical up and down. So let's see. Going that way. That vertical. That's vertical there. All right. Now, one thing I will say, and I'm a little bit disappointed about this part from AUXITO. This is something you guys need to take note of. Your retainer ring will not fit over this. I had a broken tab on it already, and I broke another one when I was giving this a test fit. That'll fit through there barely. That'll barely fit through there, but you won't get on here because of this wire coming out the side. You just can't. I struggled and struggled, tried to get it over, but it wouldn't go. So what I did was I took a hacksaw and just cut a line in there so it's a break in the thing, which will go over the wire. Actually, we can just take that right off there, put it on like this. There we go. Lock it in place, and this one should be good to go. And just take it outside. The zip ties come with it, so you can tie this up out of the way somewhere. I should be able to just tuck it in there. Connect that. Sorry, connect that, and we'll be good to go. So let's go put this outside. We'll try it on the, put it on the car, and then I'm gonna have to wait till it gets dark out before I can try it. Can't really test headlights in the daylight. So anyway, let's go outside, put this on, and then next scene you'll see will be night. All right, here we go. All right, folks, here we are back out at the truck with the light. I'm going to take this up there, pull the connector, connect them, make sure it clicks, guide this in place, make sure your tabs are pulled up but not out. Jeez Louise, she's fighting me all the way. Bada boom. Push the clips back down, locked in place. I ain't going nowhere. All right, well, let's turn it on and have a look-see. Ooh, that's way brighter than stock. You can even see that in the daylight. Hold on, I'm gonna take you guys off of here. All right, folks, there we are. That's the one side done. That's the other not done. Can you see the difference? Even on video, in the daylight. It's kind of yellow. Bright white. All right, well, I can't wait to try them at night. Thought I heard water. Forgot we have a fountain in the backyard. They're very bright, very white. Not aimed too high. The cutoff is right about right. Stand in front and you're not blinded. But they certainly light up the road ahead, as you can see. So that coming to you head on is not going to blind you because they're aimed. If my face was down here, then they'd blind you. So there you go. One more thing. You can hear the fan going in, and if you listen, I'll move this closer. You hear that? I'll stick the microphone right down by it. See, try this one. Over on the passenger side. That's what you're looking at down there. And that's what the fans sound like. Hey, for those of you still watching, and those of you that aren't, too bad you don't get to find this out. So if you ask me about it in the comments, too bad for you. You should have watched the whole video. So if you'll remember, I said when I put the new light in, which goes this way. And as I said before, they are clockable. You want them so the blade of the light is vertical. So you get it to where it fits, and you can turn this slightly. Actually, you got quite a bit of, almost 180. Whatever. Close enough. Now the problem with these, as I showed earlier, is you can't get this over this wire. You just can't. Once it's on, it fits fine, but getting it over, you can't. You can't get it on from the other side because of these tabs, obviously, that hold it down. What I had to do was just took a little hand hacksaw and just put a nice clean little slice. Make sure you get in between retaining tabs. Cut it. Just a clean cut, that's all. Now, and then you can just pull it apart. It's a very snug fit. There we go, it's on. So once you got that on, you can turn it, lock it, and you might think that the crack weakens it, but it doesn't because the tabs are locked in place, like it won't allow it to spread. Now, I mentioned the reason I'm doing this part of the video is because this takes me back a long time ago when I was telling somebody about another headlight I did. It was on what was it? I think it was my old Volkswagen, the old Scirocco that I had. I had to do something similar, and everybody said, oh, the ring is going to vibrate off, and then your headlight's going to fall out, and blah, blah, blah. Never happened. But anyway, for those people, here's a tip. Hose clamps. Find one that'll fit. This one actually looks perfect. Can you see that? Here, show you the hose clamp. Regular worm drive hose clamp. Put it over the wire, over that. Make sure you have enough room for this because sometimes this protrudes through an opening. In my case, I've got a ton of room. Let's see. That's the top. So we'll put this at the bottom. This is a 5/16 nut driver. Probably the only time I ever use nut drivers. And you just put that around the retaining ring. Snug it up. Don't crank on it. Just snug it up. And that way there's no way it can spread. You can see? See what I mean? Holds it on. It works perfectly. And if you're ever, out on the road somewhere in the middle of Timbuktu and you find an old gas station that has a headlight, you have no tools with you, how are you going to change this? Easy. If you don't crank it on tight, it still turns and you can still pop the whole shebang out of there. So there you go. A little handy hint from the old Brucer to you. So that's it. So if you stayed till the end, thank you. And here's a little tip for you. And this works well for all sorts of things. Another little handy hint. Well, I'll show it to you another time. But anyway, there you go. That's it. Those of you that stuck around, thank you. Those of you that didn't, too bad. Sucks to be you, doesn't it? See you later.